welcome back to another Train Simulator Classic video. We're going to be taking a look at the updated West Coastway. You would have seen in the past couple of weeks we did look at the West Coastway, and I think it was version 1. I want to say 1.1, but I think it was 1.3. It's now on 1.5. George has been busy over the past couple of weekends updating it. So yeah, I suppose we'll get going. Let's get the door shut, and you can now see, instead of ending at Lancing, or near enough Lancing where it did last time, we now have a little bit of track now to West Worthing. And West Worthing, I think, has been slightly modelled as well, so hopefully we'll be heading over there for this run. It says we'll get there in about 16 minutes. So yeah, we'll just see what scenery we can see what's new, and see what there is. So let's get going. And I've also now picked up the wherry lines as well, so we should see everything which has been added. And as usual, I'll leave a link below if you do want to give the route a go. It's free. It's on the Steam Workshop. Off we go. As we make our way. It's nice to actually see the West Coastway. It's in the works. It is great. Then we'll have the East Coastway on Train Sim World, West Coastway on here, Brighton Mainline on both Train Sim Classic and Train Sim World. It's it's great to see. That's also nice because George now has his own channel on our Discord server, which you'll find a link below. So if you want frequent updates about the route, what's new, what's happening, yeah, do come into the server. As we do have, George has his own channel in there for sort of updates, so he's been posting lots of screenshots, stuff which isn't even in this version yet. So do feel free to check that out. And we've also got a few community members helping George out as well, sort of signal-wise and other bits and bobs. Right, let's pop that up. We won't stop at any of the stations, as when we did that in the last one, had a little look round. And also as we are going a little bit further as well. But we should be able to see, well, sort of from the cab. That's how the scenery-wise. So yeah, the main scenery which has been placed down is sort of what you can see from the cab. So if we go on the external cameras, free cam, it probably would look a little bit barren. But obviously, really, it's only supposed to be sitting in the cab. So things you'd see from the cab should be there. I think now between Hove and Portslade there's now scenery. I think also between Portslade and Fishersgate there's now scenery. And there's been a few more tweaks to Fishersgate. And then West Worthing's also been partly modelled as well since the last time we gave it a go. So has there been any changes to Hove? I can't remember George mentioning anything about Hove. No, there has been. There you can see they've got the building works out, which are there in real life at the moment. So there's a bit of scenery being added here as well. So we'll go straight through here. And so yeah, we're going a bit more of a distance today. Yeah, as you can see that this has been added, and you can see, well, there's scenery, but scenery you can see from the cab. So if I go on the external camera, it might look a bit barren, but we're driving a train, so we should really be sitting in the cab. So I think actually that's what we'll probably do. Well, most of the time we're just going to sit in the cab, and you'll see the scenery from the cab. Yeah, if you're looking sort of straight on, a little bit to the side, that's what you'll be seeing. So it looks good, and obviously I would imagine once the sort of line side scenery is done, maybe then he'll start broadening out a little bit more. There's Alderton Station. Yeah, start broadening it out a little bit more to, well, a bit further distance. So you see there's now also scenery along here as well, which wasn't here last time. Let's get that up to 70. But when he posted a screenshot of Portslade, I was like, I recognise that. Because there's like a blue, I can't remember what the road's called. Oh, I can't remember it now. But yeah, along Portland Avenue, there's like a sort of blue warehousey type building. And when he sent it, I was like, wow, that looks pretty much how it is. Here it is, just here on the left. If we quickly go over to Portslade, you'll see it's this building just there, that blue one. That there looks pretty much spot on. That looks really good, that does. So as we can say, we're an ECS move. So this is Portslade Station, which I think there's been a few tweaks. So you can see, well, there's actually been quite a bit there. Let's pause that, and then we can have a little look around. Yeah, so you can see. Let's see. So yeah, this looks good. You've got that there. That's not completely right, but I suppose there might not be an asset. That's the subway. So you sort of come from here. This bit's open. You go down the stairs. I don't think there's any windows to it though. And then, well, same on the other side. You sort of come down the stairs there. But this is a preview type build. It's very early. I suppose it's sort of just getting the things down first. This is then Boundary Road. This is here. That's the pub there. And you've got some toilets, which should be here on the right. I think the pub may be a little bit more further down, then the toilets and stuff would be here. You've got the bus stop, which is out the front here. But as I said, this is a very early sort of version of it. This looks, yeah, that looks sort of fine. There's shops there and shops all the way down there. So yeah, I suppose if you were going by, that looks fine, especially from that sort of angle. That looks brilliant. You've got a pub here. That seems to be missing. Yeah, the Victoria pub is there. That's I'm guessing supposed to be the Asda. No, not the Asda. The Aldi. The Aldi's Aldi shopping centre, which is there, but that might be the best model for it. So, yeah, that I suppose. Yeah, that's supposed to be the Aldi. And then you've got a vets and florist. I think the florist is shut now, sort of up there. That's, yeah, I suppose that's fine. As I said, this is an early version. Right, let's get back in. That's Portslade. You can see the scenery also now alongside, which looks fine. You've got all the car dealers and stuff. Lovely. This is good. Yeah, so at the moment it's mostly just the scenery you can see from the cab. And I think once we get past Fishersgate, I don't think there is any scenery. We'll go all the way to West Worthing though. We should be able to now. Going over Trafalgar Road there. As we come up to Fishersgate, it seems a bit more scenery is being done here at Fishersgate. You can see a bit further out it goes now. This looks really good though around here. It's really good. Recognisable. Get back in. Yeah, so I think the next bit of scenery will be at West Worthing. But we'll follow it along. Let's get that on. Let's speed up as well. There's only sneaky bits which are in. But along we go. So this is the barren bit. Bit of interior action. But yeah, George is making fine progress on this. Yeah, obviously since the last time we saw this, there was no scenery between Hove, Aldrington, Portslade, Fishersgate. Yes, this is obviously still being waited. This will be Southwick Station, which we're going through. We'll continue our way along. There's no signals here either. Obviously that will change probably fairly soon. And we'll probably try and keep this a fairly regular thing. Sort of every couple of versions we'll then go on and have a look. So yeah, probably sort of every 2-3 weeks we'll come on and take a look, see what's been, you know, if there has been changes to it. Then we'd be coming up to Shoreham by Sea. I think there's a little bit of scenery around here. I know that the bridge is there, and I think the airport might be there as well. If I can't remember correctly from the last episode we did on this one. Along we go. Now, I think there was a little bit of scenery around Shoreham Airport. I think. I suppose every little bit's been worked on in different areas at the moment. Yes, last time we could only go as far as Lancing. Yeah, I think we could only go as far as Lancing last time. This is Shoreham by Sea. So you can see sort of the markers, the pillars, obviously marking out where the, I suppose the ends of the platform are. So it'd be a level crossing just across here, which I've been across many times. So yeah, this is then Shoreham coming up, or the Ada Bridge. So you've got a little bit of scenery here. Can't remember the road bridge being there last time, but you've got that going across there as well. Cool, and then across we go. But yeah, I thought we'd do it in a 377 today. Yeah, so it's fine as we go across here. Oh yeah, there is a little bit of the scenery of the airport there. The little, supposed little hangars and stuff. DVDs going off. So it's in Lancing, the next one along. As we make our way ahead. So I think last time it only looked, yeah, there was buffers at Lancing, wasn't there? So yeah, we're gonna be going a little bit further through East Worthing, Worthing, and West Worthing. Which I think West Worthing may have a little bit of scenery. You can see there's the sidings now at West Worthing. But originally the route was only going to be going from, or version 1, I think it was version 1, sort of non-preview, it was only supposed to go to Worthing. But after George watched the last video, he took on some feedback, because there used to be the West Worthing shuttle services, which I think last run pre-COVID, I want to say pre-COVID time. So that's why it goes to West Worthing, as I suppose then people can then make scenarios for the West Worthing shuttle to West Worthing, and then before waiting for obviously the next version to come out. Which I probably will try and make a couple of scenarios for the route, instead of just doing quick drive. Probably could put together one to West Worthing, and obviously over time more scenery will be added and it will look better. This is Lancing, so this is how far we went last time. And you're probably wondering why we're showing this. You're like, why are we showing this bit again? There's nothing here. Well, it's just to show progress, because I suppose as you watch each episode, you'll just see the progress as it builds up and up and up and up and up. You'll be able to notice any differences. Then this is East Worthing, which will be coming up. Yeah, I think the next bit of scenery is at West Worthing. No, 377. Well, they're not completely certain it is there yet. It may be there, but we'll see. I mean, I can see all the sidings there, so. Then after West Worthing, what's it after West Worthing? It's Durrington on Sea. Yeah, Durrington on Sea. Was it Goring? Oh god, no, Durrington on Sea, Goring by Sea, Angmering, Ford, Barnum, and I think Ford, Barnum and Bognor. No, Littlehampton and Ford is the next sort of big step after West Worthing, or the section to West Worthing's done. So this is then East Worthing we're about to go through, and then Worthing, then West Worthing. So the video will get longer each time we do this, as more gets added in. Oh, has there been a little bit more added here? Oh, it's just us curling round. So Worthing has 3 platforms. I don't know, is the third one actually used much? Sort of the loop one. I don't think I've ever got on the train at that one. Also, actually no, because I think quite a lot of late night services terminate at Worthing. So maybe I'll make a scenario for that using the modern day timetable. So yeah, you've got the you have the island platform here, and then West Worthing, which does have a little bit of scenery. I don't think this would actually be in this version, but fortunately it is. Cool. Let's start popping that down. Yeah, it's been a good run. A nice little bit of progress on the route, or quite a lot of progress on the route. I'm sure, yeah, probably in the next couple of weeks, maybe we'll see Worthing, Lancing, Shoreham stations modelled, who knows. But I suppose now the track's actually laid to sort of the first version of the route. It's now just, I suppose, about getting the scenery in. Yeah, this is West Worthing. Looks alright. I can't say much about West Worthing, as I've never actually got off at this station. Always just whizzed through it. Well, I think it does have a fairly similar building to Port Slade, hence the reason why the same model is being used. Actually, before we actually come to a stop and it ends us, let's have a little look round. Yeah, just before it ends the scenario. So you can see now the sidings are in as well. And you've got the little turn back there as well. That's cool to see. It's a little bit of scenery around here. So yeah, pretty good. I'm impressed with that. Sort of what we've seen, sort of progress-wise. That's lovely. But yeah, that is a little look again at the West Coastway route. This is version 1.5 I'm showing off of, so it might have already gone up a bit more. I'm sure you guys will see, and you would have seen. Well, Steamworks drop link below. It may have been updated again already. But hopefully everyone has enjoyed it. Links can be found in the usual places: Discord, PayPal, merch store. Apart from that, thanks all for coming in, and I hope to see you next time. See you all. Take care. Bye, guys.